Welcome to the Guruvar Sadhana, your weekly offering of wisdom, devotion, and inner awakening. Sai Ram. Divya Atma Swarupas, embodiments of divine love, embodiments of the eternal self. Today is Thursday, Guruvar, the day of the Guru. And today I want to speak to you about something the world desperately needs right now. Trust. Vishwas. This week, the World Economic Forum released its Global Risks Report. Do you know what they found? Half of the world's leaders expect the coming year to be turbulent, stormy, uncertain. Geopolitical tensions rising, economic pressures mounting, old structures crumbling. Everywhere you look, uncertainty, anichinta, anishchitata. And when there is uncertainty, fear creeps in. But Swami Bhagavan Sathya Sai Baba gave us the antidote. He said something so powerful, so direct. Why fear when I am here? Dar kyun jab main yahan hoon? This is not just a comforting phrase. It is a declaration of reality. The divine is not absent. The divine is not far away. The divine is here, yahan, in this very moment, in your very heart. Now, what is trust? In Sanskrit, we call it Shraddha, or Vishwas. Trust is not blind belief. Trust is not wishful thinking. Trust is the recognition that there is an intelligence, a love, a presence that is orchestrating everything for our highest good, even when we cannot see it, especially when we cannot see it. Swami said, "Trust in my wisdom. I do not make mistakes." Then he said something remarkable. "Love my uncertainty, for it is not a mistake. It is my intent and will." Remember, nothing happens without my will. Be still. Do not ask to understand. Do not want to understand. This is the deepest teaching on trust. We want certainty. We demand guarantees. We ask why? But the Guru says, be still. Mai shant raho. Trust is not understanding. Trust is surrendering the need to understand. Baba told a beautiful story. Once there was a king who had a minister. This minister had a peculiar habit. Whatever happened, good or bad, he would say, God does everything for the best. One day, the king cut his finger while slicing sugarcane. The minister looked at the bleeding finger and said, as always, God does everything for the best. The king flew into a rage. I am suffering with pain, and you say this is for the best? He threw the minister into prison. Even from inside the cell, the minister said calmly, even this imprisonment is for my best. Some days later, the king went hunting alone in the forest. Tribesmen captured him. They planned to sacrifice him to their goddess. But when they examined him, they found his injured finger. A man with a defect cannot be sacrificed, they said. So they set him free. The king rushed back to release his minister. He fell at his feet and said, "You were right. The injury saved my life. But tell me, how was your imprisonment for the best?" The minister smiled and replied, "Your Majesty, if I had not been in prison, I would have been with you on that hunt. When they rejected you, they would have taken me as the sacrifice instead. So you see, God does everything for the best. जो भी होता है, अच्छे के लिए होता है. Whatever happens, happens for our good. This is not passive acceptance. This is active trust. It requires courage. It requires faith. It requires shraddha. But let us be honest. Trust is easy when things go well. The real test comes when life falls apart, when illness strikes, when relationships break, when the world seems to crumble. जब दुनिया हिल जाती है, तब विश्वास की परीक्षा होती है. Swami said, devotion and faith are the two oars with which you can take the boat across the sea of worldly life. Two oars, not one. Bhakti or Shraddha. Devotion without trust becomes anxiety. Trust without devotion becomes dry philosophy. Together, they carry you across. And here is the secret. You are not trusting a distant God. You are not trusting some faraway power. You are trusting the Atma that dwells within you. Swami said, if he believes he is not being, Sat, but a lesser principle, subject to decline, decay and death, he will be haunted by fear and uncertainty. You are Sat. You are being itself. You are Chit. You are awareness itself. You are Ananda. You are bliss itself. Tum Sat Chit Ananda ho. When you know this, truly know this, what is there to fear? Kya dar? What is there to doubt? Kya sandeh? So, Thursday morning, what should you do? 3 simple practices for cultivating trust. 3 sadhanas. First, let go of one worry today. Just one. Choose the smallest one if you like. Write it on a piece of paper. Then place it at Swami's feet, at your altar, at his picture, in your heart. Say, Swami, I give this to you. I trust you. Ye tere hawale. Second, when uncertainty arises today, instead of asking, why is this happening? Ask, what is this teaching me? ये मुझे क्या सिखा रहा है? This small shift transforms fear into learning. Third, repeat this affirmation throughout the day. God does everything for the best. जो भी होता है, अच्छे के लिए होता है. Say it when things go well. Say it when they don't. Let it become your anchor in the storm. The world may be turbulent. Dunya bhele hi astir ho. Headlines may speak of crisis and conflict. But you have an anchor. That anchor is trust. That anchor is Vishwas. And the one you trust is never absent. Swami declared, I am ever living to help and guide all who come to me, who surrender to me, who seek refuge in me. He is here. वो यहाँ है, not somewhere far away in Puttaparthi, not somewhere beyond the clouds. Here, now, in you, abhi, यहाँ, तुम में. So I ask you today, what are you holding on to that needs to be surrendered? What fear is stealing your peace? What doubt is blocking your joy? Give it to Him. Usse de do. Trust His timing. Trust His wisdom. Trust His love. This evening, join me again at 6 o'clock. Sham ko fir milenge. We will sing together bhajans that strengthen the heart. Subah ka Vishwas, Sham ka Sangeet, morning trust, evening song, together a complete offering. Until then, remember, why fear when He is here? Dar kyun jab wo yahan hai? Trust, Vishwas, Vishwas. It is your birthright. It is your nature. It is your strength. Om Sai Ram. Om Sai Ram. Jai Sai Ram. Jai Sai Ram. Thank you for joining the Guruvar Sadhana. Carry this peace with you throughout your day. Om Sai Ram. Jai Sai Ram.